playing fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm the client from hell. Okay, ready? Here we go. Well, at least it's fun on my end. I don't know about your end, but it's really, really fun on my end. Okay, so you got the email, Joanna? Call me. Here we go.
All right. Ring, ring.
Hello.
Hey, this is Joana Miles from Platinum Real Estate. How are you doing today?
This is who?
Joana Miles with Platinum Real Estate.
I didn't. Well, let me see. I didn't went online. I didn't went to about 4 different websites. This is which one?
This is Platinum Real Estate, and I'm calling because I saw that you were interested in some property. You were looking at a few properties, and so I just wanted to touch base with you, just see what you're interested in. So are you interested in investing or buying a personal home?
Yeah, I want to buy my personal home. Matter of fact, Joanna, I seen a house. I remember now. Yeah, I seen this real pretty house. It was in South Atlanta. It was $250,000 with a pool. And I would like to go see it right now. It's $250,000. It have a pool. I think it's like 4-bedroom with a really nice master. My wife loved it. Can you meet me to go see it?
Okay, well, first, I'd like to do a one-on-one free consultation with you first, just to make sure that I can meet all of your needs and that we both understand each other. But I have a few questions for you to answer before we get started with that. Are you working with a real estate agent?
No, not really, just kind of.
So have you signed a broker agreement with them? Have you signed any paperwork with that real estate agent?
No.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. So are you planning on purchasing with cash or with financing?
Yeah, I need financing. I don't have that much money.
Okay. Well, we'll work something out. That's good. So, do you have, well, actually, what I would like to do is to get my lender on the phone to talk with you about getting a pre-approval, because that's what we need to do to get started. But I do have a question before that. Are you listing your house? Do you have a house to sell?
No, I'm a first-time home buyer. I've never done this before.
Okay, perfect. Well, that's why I'm here, to help you through the process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my preferred lender, Tamara Birch, on the line, and she is fabulous. You're going to love her. She's going to lead you in the right direction, put you right where you need to be. And let's do a 3-way. Would that be okay? We can do a 3-way right now. So I'll get her on the phone.
Well, just one question. As I heard about these no money down programs, and I think it's fast money or no money down or something bit like that. Can I get that kind of money? That's what I'm really looking for.
Well, she does have a program that has down payment assistance, and she has probably over 100 programs that she could run through with you just to see what would fit your needs. And but I'll put you in touch with her, and she will answer all those questions for you.
Okay, great. Okay, yeah, that's so. Fine. I don't have much time. I don't have a lot of time, but if you make it really quick.
All right. So what I'm gonna do
that. And we can't go see the house.
Oh, so that's the next thing I was going to talk with you about. So, before we call Tamara, let's go ahead and set up that one-on-one consultation. Okay. Now, it's going to take Tamara just a few. It might take her a day to get your pre-approval, and we are going to need that before we go see the house.
Pre-approval?
The pre-approval is where she's going to. The bank needs to decide how much money that you can be approved for, so we know the type of home that you're going to get
money. Oh man, look, I know I get money. I've been with my bank forever, been with them forever and a day. I know I got plenty of money. Do we just have to talk to her? Can't we just go see the house? I'm pretty confident on that. Look, the reason that I really called you is I'm just trying to see the house. Oh, all this 3-way call and all this money stuff. Yeah. Look, Joanna, trust me. Hey, my money's good. Can we just go see the house?
I totally understand, but there are sellers out there that you can't go see the house without a pre-approval letter. So we're going to have to talk to Tamara and get that process done first before we can actually set up the appointment. Because during this time, they're pretty strict about that. So we are going to need that pre-approval letter to get you started. So can we go ahead? Let's go ahead and set up our consultation. So are you available? Let's say today's Tuesday. Could you do Friday morning? Do you have Friday morning available or Friday afternoon?
I'll do, let me see. Friday afternoon probably ain't good because I'm probably having cocktails at the bar because I do happy hour quite often. So no, not Friday afternoon. Let's get it done early Friday morning.
Okay.
About what,
And
10:30?
will your wife be available to meet with us?
Yeah, I can have her there too.
Okay, so let's meet at 10:30.
Okay.
So if you'll wait, I'm gonna put you down 10:30. Do you want to meet on Zoom, or would you like to meet? We can meet at the Starbucks.
No, we can do Zoom.
All right, so
COVID, nah. I don't want to see you that bad, Joanna. Nah, it's COVID. Nah.
All right, so I will send you the link to the Zoom meeting, but before don't go anywhere, because I'm gonna call Tamara, because we got to get that process done, and then I'll click right back over and we'll have a conversation with her.
Excellent. Now let's say this. I'm throwing a little curve. Tamara doesn't answer the phone. Now where are we at? Okay, she don't answer the phone. What's next?
Okay, so Tamara didn't answer the phone. So what I'm going to do is I actually have another lender that I've been using. So I'm going to actually try to call her too. Her name is Tammy, and she's fabulous as well. So let's try her and get her on the line, and I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Okay, now let's say no lender answers. So let's say we can't do the phone call. Where do we go from here?
Okay, so Tammy wasn't available, and so what I'm gonna
bad lenders, but go ahead.
No, well, they're probably on the phone. I promise you, I've worked with
okay, so what are we doing now?
So we're gonna do.
Hey, now can we go see the house? Can we go see it now?
No, we need a pre-approval. We gotta have that. So I promise you, I promise you, I am going to get with Tamara. And I'm going to I'll give her your information, and I'm going to contact her with your information. She will be calling you. I promise you, within the next hour or two. Okay. And then I'm going to follow back up with you. We have our appointment for Friday, and before Friday, we are going to have your pre-approval. Okay.
And then you're going to give me her phone number, and you're going to give me her website, and you're going to tell me to go to her website and fill out the application online. I will never do it, but you're gonna give it to me. All right, very good. Okay, give Joanna a big applause. Thank you very much. I will never pick on you again. Please don't quit. Joanna's like, all right, I'm leaving Platinum. He's picking on me too much. No, but that was excellent. Now, let's make some points. Okay, I want to make some points so that you guys get the points. Okay, here's some points that I want you to make. That I want to make that Joanna did, that I want to make sure that we don't take for granted. Joanna was more than perfect. Number one. Number two, listen, that was impromptu. She didn't know it was coming. I just called her out of the blue. I'm picking on her, and I'm just doing this impromptu type of deal, right? And I am the buyer from hell. You guys know most buyers aren't that bad. Most buyers aren't like that, right? So I'm literally the buyer from hell, right? So let's point out some very important things that happens. Okay. When a buyer contacts you, one of the reasons Joanna had success is she knows that script. She's very comfortable with that script. You need to go into my online course, download that script, right? Download that script and make that script yours. You want to memorize it, you want to practice it, you want to rehearse it, but keep in mind, no two buyers is ever the same, and you have to be able to overcome objections. Okay, so every buyer that calls you have already been on the internet. Every buyer that calls you have already probably knows the area, and they've probably looked at some houses. Because in this day and age, they've already probably seen a house or two, right? They have been on, when I say see, I mean they are online and they have houses that they want to see. And they're contacting you because they want to see a house. You with me? What you want to do now is you want to say, hey, your goal is let's figure out one thing that we got to figure out. And Joanna did a great job. Are you working with the agent? If they have a buyer brokerage agreement with somebody else, it's nothing I can really do. And what I usually tell them is I recommend you use the person that you have the buyer brokerage agreement with, because legally you are contracted to, to them. So I have to ask the question. Right? Are you working with an agent? Now, if they say, yeah, agent have shown me a house or two, but listen, but they don't have a buyer brokerage agreement, you are open game, you're free game. Okay. So the one question is, are you working with an agent? I got to know that straight off the bat. Yes or no? If the answer is no, the next thing that I have to know, cash or financing. If you're doing cash, I need you to send me proof of funds. If we're doing cash, send me proof of funds. If you're not doing cash, if you're doing financing, that's fine, right? But now I need to get you to my lender. The best thing to do is you should talk to your lender and say, hey, lender, listen, I'm going to be doing Google ads. I'm going to be doing Facebook ads. I'm going to be doing marketing. I'm going to be doing prospecting. I am going to be doing advertising. When I get somebody on the line, I would like to connect them with you so that I can get them pre-approved. Now, the lender, many times, lenders are lazy. And lenders say, oh, just send them to my website. Why? Because they don't want to take the call. No, I don't want to send them to a website because many times my buyer will not go to a website to fill out an application. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't, but I have invested advertising dollars. Make sense? I have went out and I have invested advertising dollars. Maybe I'm spending $300 a month. Maybe I'm spending $3,000 a month. It really don't matter. I am advertising. When that phone rings, that's money on my phone. When I get that person on the phone, my goal is to get this person pre-qualified before they get off of this phone. Because if they get off of the phone, what can they do? What will they do many times? Go back on the internet and start searching for properties again. Go back on the internet and just call the next agent that comes up. Are you flowing with me? So if I have you on the phone, I want to get my lender on the phone now. And when my number pops up, I want you to answer my call and get them pre-approved. Joanna did a great job. If one don't pick up, call number two. You with me? Look, now, lenders, they'll always say, oh, I don't want to answer your call. I'm busy. Just go online. Go to my website and fill out an application online. What's the chances of that happening? Maybe 50-50, maybe, if I'm lucky, right? But once they get off the phone, I have a chance of losing them. If I connect them live on a three-way, it's a guarantee I didn't lose them. Is this making sense? So I connect client with lender. Lender takes the application over the phone. Lender called me back and say approved. I'm good. Lender calls me back and says not approved. We have to work on something. Well, we have we have credit repair specialists. We have we can put together a plan to get them qualified in a month or 3 months or 6 months. Whatever their situation is, we can get you with credit repair folks. We can get you with debt reduction folks. We can help you straighten out your problem. But my goal is let me get you on the phone with my lender now. Okay. My next thing is I want to go ahead and set up a free one-on-one consultation. What do you prefer? We can do it online. We can do it face-to-face, right? Right now, a lot of people like to do it online. Look, pull out your iPad, pull out your tablet, pull out your computer, and do a FaceTime meeting. I love it. Look, you guys, I love it, love it, love it. I don't have a lot of travel. I don't have to spend a lot of time. Now, I can do old school, and I can meet you at a Starbucks or Barnes and Noble or wherever you want to meet. I can do that old school too. And some of your clients, especially your older clients, might say, hey, meet me um, 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 at, at the local coffee shop. That's cool. I can do that. But I love to do online just like this. And Joanna did a great job. Let's set up our meeting. Listen. Huge question. She said, when are you available? Morning or afternoons? That means what? I have to pick one of the two. You with me? She said, let's be Friday. Why did she say Friday? Because her lender needs a couple of days to get this person pre-approved. So today's what? Tuesday? So she's going to give the lender the client's number, and she's going to give the client the lender's number, and they're going to talk, and she's going to get her client pre-approved before Friday. If the person's pre-approved, we're doing the meeting. If the person is not pre-approved, no need for the meeting. I'm going to call you back and I'm going to say, hey, I talked to my lender and I found out, but you're not pre-approved, but this is what we have to do. We have to straighten up your credit. We got to deal with your debt ratio. You got to find a job. You got to save up some money, whatever the situation is, right? This is what you have to do to get pre-approved. There's no need for the meeting because you're not pre-approved right now. After I get you pre-approved, then I will do the meeting. I offer a free one-on-one consultation with my buyer, and I will give my buyer that free one-on-one consultation, but it's after you are approved, okay? Or after you send me proof of funds if you're doing cash, okay? Questions? Raise your hands with questions. Great job, Joanna. That was money right on point, right on point. And I love the fact that you did it impromptu without any notice from your broker. Questions, anyone? Okay, now let's do this. Raise your hand with something that you learned today that's different than what you have been doing in the past. What is something that you just learned that you can do with your buyer consultations? Let me ask Ms. Nicole. Talk to me. Talk to me. Tell me something that you learned today by listening to that live role play.
I learned today that you could get the lender on the call right away, at least attempt to. Mm-hmm.
You're exactly right. And Nicole, I think a lot of people learn that. Because let me tell you what a lot of agents do. Here's what we do. Well, first of all, you have to catch the call within 4 minutes. Why? You got to catch the call quick. Because if you don't catch the call, they'll just keep on just going down the line. There's a lot of agents in Georgia, and they'll just call somebody else. Okay, now I got the client. Boom, I got him on the phone. When I get you on the phone, I might as well send you to my lender right now, right? A lot of agents say, well, we'll email you, we'll text message you. She'll call you later. She'll call you tomorrow. And then we all know she gets busy and calls them back an hour later. That way, that client could have went on to the next agent in an hour, right? Oh, go to her website and fill out the application. Sometimes they do it, sometimes they don't, or they go and they get stuck, or they go and they ask for the social security number, and they're not comfortable giving the social security number to some foreign to some foreign bank mortgage company, but that they know nothing about. You with me? So when the lender makes that call and make it personal, and the person is comfortable now, and they understand the knowledge and they understand who they're dealing with, then they're comfortable with going ahead and doing the application. Make sense? Okay. And look, you guys, listen. She's a lot better than we are at pulling applications because that's what they do all day, every day. Good. Nicole, excellent point. Monica, talk to me, Monica. Tell me something from that role play that stuck out to you.
I guess with the client, well, it wasn't your client yet, wanting to see the house right away, making it important that they know that there were some steps that needed to be taken care of before that happened.
Yes, wonderful point. Wonderful. Because what happens, right? We have all this prospecting, marketing, advertising. We got all of this stuff out there. Their goal is to see a house. Mm-hmm. So when they contact us, obviously they don't contact us saying, hey, let's get pre-approved, right? You're right. That's not their goal, right? Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm contacting you because I want to give you my proof of funds. No, right? They're contacting us because their goal is what? I want to see a house. Because in this day and age, the internet is at their fingertips. So they can search all kinds of houses. And so they're searching all these houses and they're loving all these houses. Look, some of the houses way out of their price range, right? Some of them don't have credit, right? Some of them want the big $1 million house, but they can only afford 150. Y'all with me? But it's just like they just have just this huge candy factory online, and they're just searching for homes and searching for homes. And then the first thing they want to do is, hey, show me a house. Now, we're not showing houses until after what, Monica? This is important.
That you got your pre-approval letter.
You gotta have a pre-approval letter, right? I'm not gonna show houses. I'm not putting you in the car without a pre-approval letter. If it's cash, we need what?
Proof of funds.
Proof of funds. You're right in there. You're with me. So the script, the reason for the script is to make sure that we cover one. Are you dealing with the agent? Right? Cash or finance, right? I will schedule your one-on-one consultation, but it needs to be in 2 or 3 days, and you need to get with my lender. Now, if for some reason I cannot get the lender on the 3-way, you best believe I'm giving all the information to the buyer, and I'm saying go online and call the lender. Do both now. Call the lender and go online. Make sense? Do both. I'm telling lender, I want you to contact this buyer like yesterday. This is hot. This is money for me. This is prospecting money that I have divvied out. I need a return on my investment. Mrs. Mortgage person, contact them. Okay. If the mortgage company needs to contact them ASAP. Y'all with me? Now, today's Tuesday. On Wednesday morning, I'm contacting my lender. I'm contacting my client. Did you two get together? Y'all need to get together. And I'm really on that lender. Lender, get that call in. Now, let me just tell you a little bit. Every hour that goes by, every day that goes by, you are decreasing your chances of getting that pre-approval. I'm just telling you. Because if you talk to the person on Tuesday, and if they get off the phone Tuesday evening, it's a less of a chance. Wednesday morning, it's even less. If you haven't contacted them by Thursday, good luck. Chances are they gone. You with me? Right? Now, we will still put them in the KV course. We will still do our email marketing. We are still going to do our text messaging. We are still going to do all that good stuff. But the reality is they're probably gone. Friday, if the weekend go by, you can forget it. They'll remember your company name. They'll remember your name. They'll remember nothing. Make sense? Questions? Questions, anyone? Questions? Thank you very much, Monica. Good info, good info, good info. Questions, anyone? Questions or comments? Questions or comments? Anybody have something to add on?
I have a comment.
Yes, Tanya. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, Tanya.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Well, the comment I had is for Joanna. Like you said, she did great. But what I really noticed, and I really need to grab a hold to that, is even though the prospect kept saying, they didn't have time, they didn't want to do this, she kind of stayed on the script. She stayed on the script. She didn't say, well, okay, then. No, she stayed on the script, and I noticed she kept going. She kept going, because even when they said they didn't want to do it, she was like, hey, I mean, is this a home for you to live in or for you to, invest? So pretty much, even though they was trying to give her a pushback, she stuck with it. So I just wanted, to say that, because that's something that I noticed that I have to, stay on. I need to stick with the script, right? And that's
perfect. And Tanya, that's an excellent point. And here's the deal. I'm a kind of the client from hell. So typically you don't get pushback 3, 4, 5 times. I gave Joanna pushback and more pushback and more, and clients usually don't do that. But we usually get that, and the exact word is overcoming objections. So when we talk about salesmanship and we talk about sales, it's overcoming the objections. Typically, they're going to hit us one time. If you overcome that one objection, they usually flow with you after that. Now, for role play and for training purposes, I'm the client from hell, so I keep hitting you and I keep hitting you and I hit you 4 times and 5 times. Because listen, is if you can book the appointment with me, the client from hell, you can book the appointment with anybody. Make sense? But I keep hitting it to show you guys the goal is it's an objection. The client says, I am having an objection. I'm saying, I want to do this. You're saying you want to do that. I want to see the house, right? You have to get me pre-approved. So Joanna used a very powerful strategy. Joanna said, listen, listen. We need the pre-approval letter first. Now I'm going to show you the house, and we're going to do the one-on-one consultation on Friday. But in between now and Friday, we have to get the pre-approval letter, because number one, we need to know how much home that we're going to invest in, and number two, right? Many times the seller requires a pre-approval letter before we see the home. Sometimes they always ask for a pre-approval letter before we submit a contract. So the first thing we want to do is pre-approval letter. Now, Mr. Client, today's Tuesday. I'm going to give you the one-on-one on Friday. In between now and Friday, my lender better get that pre-approval letter or turn them down. Make sense? So it's still a win-win-win-win. Client, I'm giving you what you want, the appointment with me. But not until that pre-approval letter. Excellent point, Tanya. Christina. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Awesome. Thank you. So I just wanted to reiterate the importance of, if the buyer is not using financing and they are wanting to do a cash deal, it's easy to get excited when they say we're doing cash, and you're like, okay, let's go show them some houses. But it is important to get proof of funds before you go out. So if that takes them a couple of days to do that, guess what? We're going to go see houses on Friday still, but with a proof of funds letter, which could be as simple as a bank statement. But you have to have proof of those funds also, so that you're just not showing a bunch of houses for no reason.
Boy, that's $1 million statement. $1 million statement. And we can even tell them, well, if they say, oh, I'm not comfortable giving you my bank statements, feel free to black out any personal information, your bank account information, all that. I just need proof of funds. And here's another thing that's really big. And let me just tell y'all, these investors, they don't have proof of funds. They're hoping to get a hard money loan from some third, fourth, fifth party. They don't have no money from the beginning. They just call around wanting you to go and show them houses, and they're hoping to get hard money. They don't have hard money. They're hoping to get hard money. So a lot of times, and this happened to me way back in the day when I started, you riding around town and all that, come to find out they don't have proof of funds. They're hoping to get a hard money loan. Okay, well, you call me when you get the hard money loan. Yes.
Or I need to speak to your team.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I need to see where you're at. If somebody says, well, I'm going to get a hard money loan, or I'm refinancing the house, or I'm going to sell this house before I buy this house. Okay, fine. Let me look at the process where we are really at before we start riding around. Make sense? Okay. Miss Edie, yes, unmute yourself. Yes, Edie.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes.
One other thing with the proof of funds and being your pre-approval letter, it also gives you a little more security as far as going out by yourself to meet these people. You don't know who they are. You don't know anything about them. And it gives you a little more security to hopefully to be able to fall back in case something does happen. You know, you were with so-and-so at such and such a point. You were going here, you were going there. It's just something to kind of keep in mind, because when you go out, you don't know who you're meeting.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And let me tell you guys, listen, and let me go even one step further. It gives me a safety factor, right? And I always like to know who I'm dealing with and who I'm talking to. But the other thing, let me tell y'all something, and this is the truth. If a person gives you proof of funds, or if a person starts the financing process, you know they're serious. Boom, that's huge, you guys. That's huge. Now, I get Edie. Edie's saying, look, I want to know a little bit more about the people that I'm dealing with before I meet them and before I do business with them and that type of thing. I agree. That's very important. But also as an agent, right? It's also very, very, very important, right, that I understand that you're serious. You with me? It's very, very important that I understand that you are serious. Now, yes, Edie makes an excellent point. We want to make sure that we know who we're dealing with, and we want to make sure that we are, keeping safety first. And matter of fact, I think about 4 or 5 years ago, we actually brought in a specialist who taught the agents how to, he had pepper spray and mace, and we had a live seminar. This was before COVID. And he talked about pepper spray, and he talked about mace and all that kind of good stuff. And you know what, Edie, I may have that come back again. After COVID, we may do another live session where we talk about safety and all that stuff, having pepper spray and mace. Personally, I'll just keep it real with y'all. I don't do pepper spray. I don't do mace, none of that. Everywhere I go, I wear my coat. And I wear a professional suit everywhere I go. I ain't gonna go no further than that, but I wear a suit everywhere I go. So run up on me in that vacant house if you want to. I always wear a suit, so I ain't gonna go no further than that. But I wear a suit everywhere I go. Now I do have a permit to carry. That stays active, But for me personally, so that's my safety precautions. It'll work for 30 years, because I gotta go collect rent, and I own houses all over Georgia, and I collect rent, and folk owe me money. So listen, it is what it is. But look now, that's not
That's what I needed to know.
That's not a part of the training. Y'all don't have to do that. Don't look, that ain't for everybody. I'm just telling you my personal safety defenses. But we will have one for mace and what's that, mace and pepper spray?
Pepper
and all
spray.
that. Yeah, y'all may want some pepper spray. I'll be peppering. I will pepper spray you too if you run up on me. Run up on me in one of the vacant house. I will pepper spray you. I got some pepper spray in my pocket too. Anyway, we moving on. But yes, Edie. Yes, no, that is no, no, that is true. Getting all of that information up front gives you two things: safety, and it lets you know that this person is serious, right? This person is serious because now we know this person have went through the motions to actually purchase this home. Okay. Questions, anyone? Questions, comment, raise your hands if you have questions or comments. Okay, I want to bring out another really, really important point that Joanna made. Joanna also asked, what are you selling? Do you have a house to sell? This particular person said, hey, I'm a first-time home buyer, right? But if the person says, hey, I have a house to sell, that's wonderful as well, because I can now ask for the listing. So I got a double whammy going. Okay, they have to sell one and they have to buy one. I want to ask that up front. So when I go to my consultation, I know that I have possibly a listing and I want to talk about the listing and buying because I want to talk about the entire process. But I want to ask up front, do you have a home that you're trying to sell? Many times they will say yes. If you don't ask, you won't know. Okay. Excellent. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right. Now, you guys, if you have not went into the online course and downloaded that buyer script, download it, study it. We're going to have more role play, right? I believe in role play because if you can do it with me, you can do it with anybody because I am the buyer from hell. Obviously, buyer is not going to be that tough. But if you can do it with me, you can do it literally with anybody. Make sense? Okay, excellent questions. Now, this week, number one, I want to ask everybody this. We are, 18 days into January. Have you prospect the 18 days? The last 18 days. What you're doing now is sowing seeds for February, March, April, May, June. Okay? You should have a prospecting plan. You should prospect daily. Okay? Yesterday was Martin Luther King's birthday. Great. It was not a day off for me. It was a day on for me. I'm constantly prospecting. I'm constantly working. Okay? So the first 18 days of 2022, have you went out there? Are you prospecting? Are you following the plan? Okay. Number two, if you haven't mastered that buyer that buyer script, download that buyer script today. Study it, get to know it. Here's the reality, you guys, listen to me, listen. Step one is to prospect. That's excellent. But here's the reality. You can prospect and prospect and prospect, but if you do not answer that phone within a couple of minutes, your lead's gone. If you answer the phone and don't know what to say on that script, your lead's gone. Is this making sense? So it's twofold, you guys. You want to be a multi-million-dollar producer. You want to make 100 grand this year, 50 grand, 70, whatever your goal is. Here's the deal. Number one, you have to make that phone ring, but you have to maximize every time that phone rings. I always talk about that 1% rule. So the majority of the leads that come in might not be ready to close right now, right? You have to catch every single call on time and you have to maximize. You have to maximize every opportunity. So the better you are with that script, the more you're going to have a high closing ratio. So I can have two agents. Both agents get 10 leads this month. One agent catch one call and blow it. Just don't know the script. They're not going to close nothing. The other agent, out of those 10 calls, you're not perfect. Let's say you catch 8 of those calls. 2 of them you just didn't catch because they came in at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay, you catch 8 calls, but out of those 8 calls, you follow you follow the script. 5 of them are pretty good clients. 2 of them's ready to close within the next 30 days. The other 3, they're ready to close within the next 6 months. So you got 3 closings coming in 6 months. You got 2 closings coming right now. Next month, the same thing happened. You get a couple of closings right now. Then you get 2 or 3. That's going to happen in 6 months. So you're in KV Core. You're doing your email marketing. You're doing your text messaging. You are doing your follow-up. You're making your calls every day to follow up with your database. And that's how you get 3, 4, 5 closings a year. Excuse me, a month. Because in May 2022, you closed some of the folks, but that called you back in January, right? And it's like a snowball, and this thing keeps on building. Make sense? Questions, anyone? Questions? Okay. All right. So next week, Wednesday, Thursday, 12:30, master plan workshop. Let's get our plan together for 2022. Next Wednesday, next Thursday, 12:30. For everything, for all of the workshops, seminars, everything we do, check out what? LutherRagsdale.com. All right. No questions? Let me check out my chat here real quick. See what's in my chat. Make sure there's no questions in my chat. All right. Somebody says I sound much better today. Yes. Who at that mandatory meet? That thing was killing me. The doctor gave me some, switched up the medicine. See, he gave me that bootleg medicine the first time. That wasn't medicine. That medicine did, I don't know what he gave me. Went to another doctor. He gave me some real stuff, that real stuff. And so that's on point. Your boy ain't coughing no more. But the doctor said the same thing. Don't cough. I said, well, you just got just give me some extra medicine. The doctor said no. He said, don't talk. I said, well, you just got to give me extra dose of that medicine, because that's what I do. I don't know how I deal with all y'all without talking. So I just told him, just put a little extra dose in there, and I just be on this cough medicine a little bit longer. But I do feel better. But I do cough every now and then. But I know where to go back and get the medicine at now, so we're gonna be all right. All right, you guys. Hey, great job, everybody. We're gonna do next Tuesday. Now, look, I'm gonna tell you, next Tuesday. Know your buyer script. Know your buyer script. Study your buyer script is really, really important, because we're going to talk about more prospecting. But when that phone rings, you need to know what to say. Make sense? Okay. Also, go into KV Core. They have 20-something different ways to get leads for free. Check them out. Also, don't forget Marketplace. KV Core have a nice marketplace with some different ways you can, do some advertising. Check that out too. But hey, it's January 2022. It's up and rolling. It's live. Let's get out there and make this thing happen, okay? All right, you guys. Talk to everybody soon. Thanks for everything. We will talk next week. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.